Hi and welcome to Outwell. Here I'm going to talk you through the features for the awnings for all of the tents from the Air collection. Now the awning that we're using here is actually on the front of our Flagstaff 5A, but what I talk about will go for the awnings for the rest of the tents within the collection as well. So the first thing to talk about is the material that we're using for the awnings, and it is exactly the same as the tent. So what you have here is a good quality taffeta polyester material where the roof panels are 150 denier and the side panels all the way around the awning here, they're all 75 denier. So just like the tents, the roof is twice as thick as the side panels on here, just ensuring that it's going to be long lasting. Also what we have is our Outex 4000 material. So this is a hydrostatic head of 4000 millimeters because it's fully PU coated on the inside, has fully taped seams, and of course a hydrostatic head of 4000 mil, again, just like the tents. Again, just like the tents, we have our Aeroffective ventilation on the awnings as well. So just along the side here, you can see this sleek and streamlined vent. Underneath here, we do have a mesh ventilation panel, which will just allow cool, fresh air into the awning. But we can simply remove this just by taking off these Velcro tabs and pressing down. But always a good idea where we can to leave these open just to reduce condensation within there. Again, here, just like the tents as well, we have large tinted windows on here, so serving two key functions as a reminder. The first is to reduce the amount of glare from the sun inside the awning, and the second is of course to give much better privacy when you're in there as well. In terms of the frame that we use on here, this is where this is the biggest difference with all the awnings in this collection in comparison to the tents, because what we're using is these steel poles here rather than the inflatable frames that we have on the tents. And what that means is, of course, with the awning being separate from the tent, it's going to be nice and stable using these steel frames. What you will also find though is that we're also using our wind stabilizer system on here, so I'll just remind you how that works. You just simply need to wrap these around when you're setting the awning up and fasten them into position like so. You'll find that there's one at the top and the bottom of the poles on the awning itself, and that will just then be where we attach the guy lines, which are already in place. And then when we pull the guy lines out and peg them into position, it just pulls the material of the awning onto the frame, just making it that little bit more taut and therefore more stable. The guy lines themselves tie in with the tent as well, so these are our classic luminous guy lines here. So that little bit brighter, so hopefully you won't trip over these when it's a bit darker. And again, these also have our retainers on here as well, so that's what this loop here is for. So we can wrap up the guy lines when we're done with the awning and pop them in there, so the next time we come to pitch them, they're easily accessible. All the way around the bottom of the awning, we do have a mud valance, so water can just run down and away from the inside. All of the awnings feature large front entrances just like this here, so that's still going to allow you easy access in and out of here. But also what you can do here is of course open the door right up, almost to create more of an extension feel, just bringing a little bit of the outside to the inside of your storage or living area. So in here we do have ground sheets which just toggle into position within all of the range of the awnings, and of course they're all made to fit rather into each individual awning. So you can see here they fit really nicely and really well, and that just gives you good protection underfoot, because of course these are totally waterproof, and they are bathtub in style as well, so they do come up around the edges, which will reduce the amount of drafts and hopefully keep out things like dirt and dust and sand. But more importantly, of course, it is a completely waterproof ground sheet, but with it being a toggle ground sheet, you don't have to use it, so it doesn't have to be in here, but it's certainly a good option for you to have. So then within here as well, as I've already mentioned, you then got the large windows either side here, allowing lots of light into the awning, and also the ventilation panels across the top here as well. So as I said at the beginning there, all of the tents within this collection all have awnings available for them. So that would be the Flagstaff 5 and 6A, and also the Roswell 5 and 6A as well. So there you have it then, all the features for the awnings for our Air collection. Thanks very much for watching.